Hello. I know it's been a minute. I know. I don't even know where to begin. It's been so long since I did a video. I'm just like lost as far as doing videos. And I found that the longer I took to do videos, the harder it was to get back into doing videos. I hope I remember how to edit videos cuz this is I do. But it's been a while. I haven't done a video since November of last year, I think, when I had COVID, right after I had COVID, or when I had it. But it's been a rough year and change. It would be far too long a video to get into why it's taken me so long to get back into doing videos, but I did miss doing videos. And I think my way of getting over the fact that I wasn't doing videos was to keep up with all the comments. And when I say I have kept up with all of your comments, I have hopefully answered everyone who has written in and asked a question. And I hope that during that time that you have answered each other's questions and spoken to each other. One thing I'm really proud of is I haven't seen a lot of snarkiness or stuff that other people talk about in their comments. I really haven't. So I'm like, oh, good. We have a mature bunch here that actually knows how to have a conversation about something without tearing each other apart. So I'm really proud of y'all. And I really have to say thank you to the people who have reached out personally to say, hello, when are you doing a video again? I know. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to knock 3 times. And when I say in the past couple of weeks, I've had 3 knocks, like, when do you come back to do videos? Um, I was just floored by that because I think a lot of times, and I think people who don't do YouTube don't understand, um, how much work goes into doing a YouTube video, especially an informational YouTube video. You know, my videos tend to be very informational. So when you do informational videos, it takes a lot of time. Even when you don't do informational videos, even when you do videos where you just want it to look really good and you're a perfectionist and you want it to look great and it's not about the information, there's still a lot of work that goes into doing YouTube. And when you're not getting paid to do it, it got to hit you in some other way. And I think for me, when I stopped, like for instance, when I really stopped doing YouTube videos, and that was when I moved back to New York. So this, we're talking 2018, the end of 2018, I moved back to New York. November, the day after Thanksgiving, 2018. And I stopped, no, I lie. I was doing a couple for a few months after I moved here. And then everything just went off the rails. You know, where I was living went off the rails, where I was working went off the rails. It was like life got in the way of doing videos. And I, at that point, maybe had like, when I tell you I had like maybe 18 subscribers then, you know, I was like, okay, nobody cares. I'm okay not doing videos for a minute while I get my life together and get used to being in New York. And the one thing I noticed is a lot of people started asking a lot of questions about the cholesterol, about the weight loss. And I was like, okay. And I still wasn't paying attention because I'm not very much big on analytics. I didn't want to get bogged down in analytics. I just wanted to be able to just focus on doing the videos and enjoying doing that. And I don't know at what point I had like over 600 people following me, and I was like, where'd these people come from? I had 18 back in 2019. 18. I had 18. I went from 18 to 600, and it's not a lot in the grand scheme of the people who have hundreds of thousands of people, but it's a big deal to me because I think when it comes down to health, it can be very niche. Contrary to popular belief, you know, you don't get all these YouTube subscribers overnight. It takes time. And, you know, I remember following, I can't remember his name, but he's very good on YouTube. But I remember him saying that in order to do YouTube, you have to keep doing the videos even when you think no one's watching. You have to care about it and keep doing it. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. No, that didn't work. That wasn't it for me. I stopped because I started working and life got a little crazy and I didn't have, you know, you start thinking you need it to look a certain way and to be this sort of perfect way, but it really doesn't because I mean, I haven't gone back to look at my most popular video, but clearly people are still watching it. And in my head, I'm like, I know more about doing videos now than I did then. But I realize also that it's about the information and making sure that the audio, as long as people can hear it and see it and they're getting the information they want, they don't care. So I'm back. I am planning to be consistent with this now. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. You know, life is kind of settled now, as settled as it can be. You know, life is life, and like the kids say, life be life, and sometimes it sure do. I'm sure, you know, with the pandoozy, it's been crazy, not just for me, but for everyone else. I have suffered and gained weight that I did not think I would ever see again, and I'm glad I haven't gotten to a bad place with it, and I'm at the point where I can get it back down again. But it's hard. It's not easy during a pandemic to stay healthy. So there's going to be a few videos coming. Few videos. This one here today, well, I'll get back to that. But one I want to cover is my journey with intermittent fasting. I love intermittent fasting. If you had told me 6 months ago I'd be intermittent fasting, I'd be like, get the crap out of here. I'm not doing intermittent fasting. I need to eat when I want to eat. And that's not going to work for me. But it has worked for me. It works with the way my brain operates, and I really like it. So I will be coming with more information on intermittent fasting. And what else do I have here? I'm going to tell you how I lowered my cholesterol with my diet. And I'm also going to tell you how I struggle sometimes with my cholesterol, because depending on what I put in my mouth. Yeah, no. But I'm always very aware of my cholesterol. I'm still not on statins. I still heavily believe in not getting on statins. I'm not. And I tell anybody, you know, I'm sure some doctor at some point, which I'm kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, I'm not big enough for the docs to come in and attack you and tell me that you should be on statins. There are some people that will need statins. I'm not going to tell you that if you have a family history of very high cholesterol that you will not need statins. That's a whole nother ball game. But the average person can do it themselves, can change their diet, can exercise, you know, can get rid of certain things in order to get their cholesterol down on their own. And I still believe that, even that has not changed from the first video. What else do I have on my list here? I think I'm giving you a life update, so I don't need to give you that. So so the intermittent fasting. Oh, I know what I wanted to cover. I got it here. I wanted to cover surviving mentally and physically during the pandoozy. You know what the pandoozy is. And I had something else here that I want to cover. Finding remote work. I just started working remote full time, and it's possible. I know people are like, I'm never going to find anything remote. I'm going to tell you some tips that I used and my journey in another video. So there's like 3 or 4 videos that I have already. See, I'm proving to you, I already have stuff written up. I just need to sit my behind down and do the videos. But this one today, let's move along. This video today is going to be, I'm going to show you some of the things that I am using to to eat better, to do better. You know, I always tell people I'm a work in progress. I'm always trying to do better. And especially now that we're getting kind of, well, at least for me, I'm getting used to the pandoozy. I'm just like, this is life. This is probably going to be life, and we need to adjust to these things. So I want to show you some of the things that I have in my arsenal. And let me tell you, sometimes it can be expensive. I can afford it, but I always assume that other people can't. And so I'm always going to show you the things that cost more versus the things that anybody can buy and put in their diet. So one of the things that I have added, and well, I've always had, but I don't know if I've ever shown you all my oatmeal that I use sometimes. So this is like, if you don't have the money, you know, everybody can afford this. It's like $2 and change. $2 and change, you know. $2 and change. And oatmeal will always get your cholesterol down. Always. If you eat it every day, like say if you have your blood level, your blood work. And this, in my opinion, I'm not sure about triglycerides, because I can tell you like what to do about your HDL, which is fish oil. But for LDL, which is tends to be the big issue, is LDL for a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of questions about LDL, a lot of comments about people struggling to get their LDL down. And I always tell people, if you can't afford nothing else, you can afford oatmeal. Get you some oatmeal, eat oatmeal every day. People have asked, actually, I'm going to answer this question because a lot of people have asked in the comments. You only need to eat it once a day. Once a day, one serving, once a day. Once a day. I'm telling you, you don't have to eat it 2 and 3 times a day. Let me tell you, sometimes it's hard to get to 1 time a day. So once a day. Now that was the cheap way. And this one here is the Whole Foods way here. I love this one here, Pure Elizabeth. She has different brands. She has different flavors, I should say. But that's some good oatmeal because it also has pecans in it. It has, I think, flaxseed or chia seeds or something. It's the healthy stuff that help with getting your cholesterol down. And it has collagen in it. And collagen is very good, not for your cholesterol as much as for getting in some proteins, strong nails, strong hair. Collagen is good for those things. So yeah. What else do I have here? So this I had in my arsenal. Let me take the clip off so you can see the whole thing. This stuff right here, Hemp Protein. This is the brand that I use. High fiber protein. It has 12 grams of fiber and it has 10 grams of protein. And it's good for you. It's you need fiber. Let me tell you, if you want to get your LDL down, you need fiber. And I think that's been a struggle with me. I think it's a struggle with a lot of people. 25 grams of fiber doesn't sound like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it is for the average person because most people are not getting 25 grams of fiber in their diet each day. And I had to figure out, how am I going to get more fiber in my diet so I can keep my LDL down? Now, this is keeping my LDL down without taking things like cholesterol, which I still have in my arsenal. But that's one of those things, that's a guilty pleasure because it costs money. I bought, let me pull it out. I have cholesterol. I'm taking this too because I'm doing everything I can to get my cholesterol down. But that's like $24 for the bottle. I take 2 a day. It's 210 in the bottle. 210 in the bottle. I take 2 a day. It lasts a minute, so you're gonna have it for like over 3 months. If my math is correct, because math is not my thing. But it definitely helps get the cholesterol down if you have the money for it. But I remember somebody mentioning that there was something else that they used that was maybe in pill form, if I'm not mistaken. Please put it in the comments for people because I know somebody's going to ask and I can't remember. But those are good. You know what else I use that I put in my oatmeal? Peanut butter. Now this is the uppity peanut butter. Why is there hair on it? On it because I got it in my room. This is some good peanut butter, but it's expensive. It's organic. This one I put in my... I do have some expensive taste. I admit I have expensive taste. I ain't even gonna lie. I do. Even whenever I can't afford nothing else, I will buy good food. I will buy organic. I will buy grass-fed because it's my body. So it's like, my thing is, if I don't spend the money on my body, I'm gonna spend it at the doctor's office. So who do I want to give my money to? Would I rather give it to somebody who's going to give me good food or give it to a doctor that's going to plug me with a bunch of drugs? I'm going to go with the good food thing. So, but I also use Justine's, which I'm sure you have seen. Both of these are at Costco. But if you can't afford it, get regular peanut butter, as long as there's other peanut butters out there on the regular shelf that don't have, that aren't as healthy, probably. Maybe as healthy. I'm not going to say that. I haven't looked because ever since I've found these kinds, like I used to love some Peter Pan peanut butter. And I still, if you give me some, I'm going to use it. Like if I don't have nothing else, I will use it. So my thing is, use what you have because it's still peanut butter as long as it doesn't have the sugars. And I'm sure I've seen some on the shelf that do not have a lot of sugar in them, if any sugar at all. Like these ones, this one here is just 2 ingredients. What's the 2 ingredients? Peanuts and salt? Yeah. Organic peanuts and salt. That's it. And that's all you need for peanut butter. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. If I want to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm going to go for the Peter Pan. I'm not even going to lie because The bad stuff in it is so good. And I don't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time. But if I did, I'm telling you, I'm still human. I'm still gonna want the peanut butter. I'm still gonna want the Peter Pan. I'm still gonna want the Peter Pan peanut butter. So, what else do I have here? Um, Magnesium. Magnesium. And let me tell you about magnesium glycinate. Because this is a whole nother video, actually. I did want to do a video on my ADHD, and I'm telling you, you can't tell me that taking more magnesium does not help. And that's not the only magnesium I take. I also take the I can't even pronounce it. You see it. This is supposed to be the one that's good for crossing your brain barrier and helping with the ADHD. So if you have ADHD or you have a child that has ADHD, let me tell you, introduce some more magnesium into their life because it will take away a lot of the cravings. I would have mad cravings as a person with ADHD, which did not help my cholesterol because at 3 o'clock I would want something sweet. And my sweet was not something healthy. So I'm going to do a separate video on that because I realize that a lot of people are looking for information on getting them cravings down for ADHD. It hasn't helped me with concentrating, being able to focus, but it has helped me with the cravings. And what else has helped me with the cravings? Oops. Ashwagandha. This ashwagandha I started taking maybe a month ago. But I was using ashwagandha, but I was like, let me get the good stuff. And the good stuff has KSM-66. So see, it says KSM-66, organic. But this is a good one. I researched until I found the good ashwagandha. And I believe that ashwagandha also helps with my ADHD. I'm not sure. I know it helps with anxiety and stuff like that. I don't have anxiety as much as I did when I was going into the city. But and COVID, I'm sure, has produced a whole nother level of anxiety for many of us. So yeah, I admit it. I go through my anxious times, and I'm sure a lot of people have, especially with the pandoozy. What else do I have? So let me tell you, I have a protein powder. This, I think, has stopped my cravings a lot as well, and helped with weight loss, and helped with me getting my protein in. Protein is so important because protein, when you're trying to get your cholesterol down, I know they sound like opposites, but it's only opposite when your protein has a lot of saturated fat. There are good proteins out there. There are lean meats out there that will not raise your cholesterol like that. And there are some meats that will raise your cholesterol because there's a lot of saturated fat in it. But that's a whole nother discussion. But I'm always trying to get my protein in, a whole lot of protein in every day, because it also stops with my cravings as well. And it's filling. Protein is very filling. Is this here? Garden of Life, raw organic, high protein for weight loss. This is good because, if you're losing weight, you're going to lower your cholesterol too, as long as you're eating right to lose weight, and not cutting corners. You can't have, cookies 3 times a day. Talking about, I'm losing weight though. Yeah, but your cholesterol is going to be through the roof. So, yeah, but definitely, definitely this stuff here. And it doesn't only, these are just the packets to go that I bought because I was going to my mother's house and I didn't want to carry the big tub, So they do come in these. It burns fat, satisfies hunger, fights cravings. Yes. Every day, once a day, people. Don't ask in the comments how many times a day. Twice a day? No, once a day. Once. Just like the oatmeal. Once a day. This stuff works. And it has fiber in it too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it sure does. It has 8 grams of fiber in it too. 5 grams of soluble fiber. So here's some fiber too. Like the oatmeal, this actually has more fiber than the oatmeal does. Then let me see. Let me look. Doesn't have more fiber than the hemp protein. But this one has 4 grams of fiber, 2 soluble. You want a little bit more? Get you one of these Garden of Life once a day. Yeah, do both. It won't hurt. And on top of that, with the protein and the fiber, oh, you're gonna be y'all gonna be good. So you have stuff to pick from. You don't have to do it all. I know, you want to get it down before the doctor try to rush you on some statins, but you can't say no. You don't have to tell your doctor yes. You always have a choice in your health. I'm telling you, just because the doctor says it don't mean crap. You can say no. You can say, let me find another way. Let me try something else. Let me see if something else works. As long as you're not at death's door, you'll be okay. And it'll actually help you to take control of your health. It's very easy to pop a pill, but what's the sense in popping a pill if you're not doing the right thing for yourself any other way? It's like, do what's best for you, and you'll always continue to do what's best for you. But these doctors, they will not always do what's best for you. They'll try to feed you a pill because, it puts money in their pockets. They don't care. They got to get through their, 28, 29 patients a day. You're just one of many. You have to be important to you. Your health has to be important to you. Because if you don't keep yourself well, you don't want to get older and have to depend on people to take care of you. You want to be as healthy as humanly possible getting into your older years. And I'm not going to say old age. I'm going to say older years because I'm not young myself. I'm in my 50s, but I want to be healthy. I want to do right by me. Because if I don't do right by me, who else is going to do right by me? If I can destroy myself, if I can treat myself like trash, I'm going to be okay with other people treating me like trash. And that's not happening. That's not an option. I do have a bonus here. I do take, oh, I forgot. I have collagen. My brother's hipped me to the collagen powder. This one is good. It's grass-fed and pasture-raised. And for more protein, and it's good for your nails. I'm so sick of cutting my nails because I don't like long fingernails. I use my hands a lot. But I swear I'm just like, could you stop, collagen? Could you really stop so that I'm tired of clipping toenails and fingernails. I put this in order to keep my protein up as well. Because I went to my brother and I was like, how do I keep my protein up, get more protein in? And he was like, how about the collagen, let me get it right. Hydrolysate collagen. What is wrong with my English today? Good Lord, I went to college and I can't read. But anyway, it's good. It's good. I put it in my coffee. It's soluble in your coffee. You can also put it in your smoothies. So there you go. And for the people who have a hard time getting their HDL up, because let me tell you, when you look at those numbers, when you get your cholesterol done and your HDL is low, that's not good. That's not good at all. So let me tell you how to keep your HDL high. My HDL the last time I checked was like 74. The average is what, 60, I think? Something like that. They tell you to have it up there. Fish oil. I take this fish oil every day, 2 of them. I take it at night. Because I take enough stuff during the day. But it's good. I've been taking it for a long time and my HDL has always been high. Always. No matter what else is going on in my body, my HDL is high. I don't know if anyone has problems with their triglycerides. I've never really had a problem with my triglycerides. My triglycerides have always been around 70, lower than 80. My triglycerides have always been low. I don't drink because that can drive up your triglycerides is alcohol. I think there are some fats that can drive it up too, but clearly my fats are like, nah, we'll leave you alone in the triglycerides. We're gonna go and hop over to the LDL and mess with that. But I've never had to worry about my triglycerides. I consider myself more so a LDL problematic child. Yes, my LDL is always the issue. So I'm working on that. I have more blood work being taken in March because my LDL was high again, but I hadn't really been focusing too much over the past few months. And I was just like, Roz, get it back together. So that is my focus now that life is a little calmer. And we're going into 2022. We're going to do better, and we're going to wish for a very good 2022 for everyone. Once again, thank you to the people who pushed me to get back in doing YouTube. I appreciate that people care. And I'm going to leave it there before it makes me cry. So, yeah. So I'm probably, as I said, I'm going to be doing more videos. So this is the last that you will hear from me. I will have another video out in another week. I promise. I will have another video out. I promise y'all. If I don't attack, I give you, I give you, I give you permission to attack. I need people to stay on my back, because, the ADHD gene is strong. So, anyway, I hope you all have a very good holiday, a very great new year, and that we do better in 2022 than we did in 2021. Talk to you later. Bye.